The only reason why you haven't scaled to $1,000 a day or 100K months like Papa E with your dropshipping store is because you are ripping ads and praying when testing product. But that ain't gonna work in 2025, Pipsqueak. So today I'm gonna teach you how to create winning video and image ads that actually make sales and help you make your next product test a winner. Now, the only way to create a winning dropshipping ad that scales to $100,000 a month is you need to understand your audience better than everyone else selling the same product. So for instance, with these night vision goggles, I need to hop onto multiple listings on Amazon, read the top reviews, go through page after page, and notice what trends, what keywords, what benefits, core desires, and problems am I seeing over and over and over again. And that's the language I'm going to use in my ads. The same thing on Calodata. I'm going to watch the top videos for my product on Calodata, on TikTok, on YouTube, and notice what are those keywords, those core desires and transformations that my target audience really wants, because they're going to tell me what made them buy this product. And it's just my job to reverse engineer that and then use that in my own ads instead of guessing as to why someone would want to buy my product and making assumptions. So as a six-figure a month dropshipper, here's exactly how I plan my ads when I test any product to give it the best chance of working. So right here, I got these 4K night vision goggles. They're great for country, outdoor enthusiasts, but I don't want to make any assumptions about my target audience. So I will go and, as you can see right here, have page after page of reviews, of reading comments from the top competitors as well. So I know exactly who is interested in this product, what are their core desires, and what problems are they trying to solve. So for this product, these are the three biggest audiences, but typically when I sell any product, I choose the two biggest ones, and then I go to my plug and play frameworks to pick out two frameworks to speak to each one of those audiences. So I'll have two frameworks for, in this case, the outdoor enthusiasts, and then two frameworks that speak directly to the rural homeowners. And I recommend doing both image and video. So typically I like to do more images nowadays because it's more efficient and you still will get amazing performance no matter what product you're selling. So out of those four frameworks, usually three of them are images and then one is video. So if I was to plan for this product, those are our two audiences. So for the outdoor enthusiasts, I think what would make a lot of sense is doing a big claim headline ad. So from here, I could just choose one image ad style that I really like, and then all I have to do to make 5 images for that one framework is just change the headline at the top. It's so simple. It's so easy. I just need to figure out a few key benefits of the product that speak only to those outdoor enthusiasts and what matter to them, and then change the headline to, again, figure out what's the right messaging on that core desire they want. And then for the rural homeowners, maybe a style of ad we can do instead is go to the image ad frameworks here. This is inside my one-on-one program. I'll tell you all about it a little bit later, but I can go to the testimonial framework, and this is where I can make 5 AI-generated reviews or copy the best reviews from Amazon that are really detailed and speak to my audience. I could choose a framework like this one right here, and all I would have to do is put my product image right here, put the review, and then we can do a split test where we have 5 different reviews here to see which one speaks to my audience and gets me the best return. So on ChatGPT, I told it to write 10 different reviews, and I'll pick out the 5 favorites that I love that are about 2 to 3 sentences long that speak to different use cases and scenarios where it's useful to have this product if you're a rural homeowner. So as you can see right here, this is a plug and play framework. All my one-on-one students use these all the time, and they perform like crazy. I'll throw up a few results from our students, but as you can see right here, all I had to do was throw in my product. I just changed the background and then I added the review. It was that simple of I constantly hear noises at night, coyotes, raccoons, blah, 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 blah. And I feel so much safer because I don't have to step outside with only a flashlight. I know exactly what's out there. So maybe this review works, maybe it doesn't. But what I would do is I would just click duplicate like this and then just add a new review. So I can do 5 reviews, and that's 5 ads that I've made in only a couple of minutes. Now keep in mind, ChatGPT is not something I want to 100% rely on. You should be looking at the ideas it gives you and then trying to tweak it to be a little bit more human and relatable to your target audience. And you can also use ChatGPT to whip up different headlines and bullet point benefits that you can use for other image ad styles. So that's exactly what I did right here. If we hop onto Canva, this was the style of ad where we just have a headline of the product and then the different bullet point benefits. So just editing that with this framework here, I changed the background to a night starry background, nothing crazy. We have our headline, we have our bullet point benefits with arrows pointing to the product, and then I just added some logos that I found off of Google Images. And once this ad is done one time, as I mentioned earlier, we can just edit the headline, and that's a second ad right there. So you just get 5 to 10 headlines you really like to do, and you could also try different styles. Like this one right here is calling out a big benefit. Experience the night in crystal clear clarity. Say that 5 times fast. But I can also grab headlines that are more I would say authentic and relatable, like review style. So I feel like a Navy SEAL on my land. That could be a headline right there. And then we have the different benefits of the product as well. So we can split test to see, again, what's getting people to click and what's getting them interested. So just to show you real quick, these are all essentially the same ad, but they have 3 different headlines of I never go on a hunting trip without these, experience the 9 crystal clear clarity, and see clearly in total darkness. So again, these are all slightly different ways of saying the main messaging point, but you won't know which is going to resonate until you test. So I'm just going to make 5 of these for our first target audience, which in this case is the outdoor enthusiast, and then 5, which is the review style that speaks to the rural homeowners. So then from there, I'll choose one more image ad framework, and that can appeal to one of those audiences. Now, before we get into our final method, if you want to scale your dropshipping brand to $1,000 a day without wasting months of time and energy just testing random products and not seeing the results you want, then I would recommend booking a call down below to join my one-on-one program. You'll get access to every single resource and template that I use to scale new winning products to over $100,000 months, and that my students have used to go from 0 to $1,000 days, $5,000 days, like my students Matt, Rashad, and so many more that were complete beginners and now are scaling to over $100K months. So if you want to get 6 calls a week and join the only program where if you don't hit $1,000 a day in 180 days, we will keep coaching you for free until you do, then I'd recommend booking that call down below. Get inside so you can learn exactly what you were doing right and what you were doing wrong so you can fix it to get your first or next winning product. So now let's plan out a winning video ad. So for me, I need to choose who's my target audience, and let's do the rural homeowners and then choose a ad framework. So as we can see right here, we have our top 10 ones that I love. Problem solution is pretty much the guaranteed one I'm always going to do. So let's do problem solution, and I'm going to write 4 different hooks in the script. So that way we have a total of 4 ads, even though the rest of the ad is exactly the same among all of them. Now, this is exactly how I find high quality content for any dropshipping product I want to sell with video ads. So I always start with Amazon, and on Amazon, there's going to be great customer UGC of clips and B-roll that you can use for all of your ads that showcase how the product works. So as you can see, there's plenty of videos, and I can download it if you have the Google Chrome extension right here called Z Drop. Now, the next method is hopping onto TikTok, look up the keywords of your product. So in this case, I just did night vision goggles, and we can see there are plenty of videos of guys reviewing the product, showing how it works at night. So any shot I need, I can most likely find on TikTok as well. Then on Callow Data, if people are scaling your product, there's most likely going to be video ads there that you can also rip, or just take the content, take the clips, and use that for your own ads. So we have this great shot of the product in action. Probably also has a little bit of a testimonial going on because usually people are talking. In YouTube Shorts, we got this video right here of this guy reviewing the product as well. And again, more high quality shots that we could use. So we have tons of content available for pretty much any shot. All right, cowboys, let's talk about reeling in those big bass, those big fish. And you can only do that by having a good hook in your video ad. So I always split test 4 different ones because you don't know what's going to resonate with your audience the most. Now, when it comes to hooks, it is all curiosity based. Give people enough of a reason to watch till the end of the video. And you typically are going to do that by understanding specifically who is my target audience and what is the payoff? What is the benefit that they want in their life? And the more concise and clear and relatable that hook is, the more likely someone is to watch. So I wrote out 4 different hooks so you can get an idea as to how I would split test different messaging styles. So as you can see right here, I've been hearing noises at night on my land for years, but had no idea what it was until I bought this. It creates curiosity, so you don't know what are those noises. And then I wrote a second version that's pretty similar. You won't believe what I found lurking in my backyard at night. So again, you're going to keep watching to find out what is the answer to that question. That posed a question in the mind of my target customer. Second thing, if you want to protect your property at night from intruders or wildlife, then you need this in your life. You need this product if you want that benefit. And then, of course, if you want to protect your livestock, so again, just a slight different version of that benefit, then you need to keep watching. Now, if you're a one-on-one student of mine, you're going to have a list of hundreds of different hooks where you can just plug and play the main benefits and problems of your product to write the best hooks imaginable. But because you're a loyal YouTube watcher, I do want to give you a little bit of sugar here. So take a screenshot of this list of hooks. These are all great. So yeah, here's something I wish I knew sooner as someone that lives on a ranch or that's someone that protects my property. So again, creates curiosity because people are going to want to know, what do you know that I don't know? Looking at another one. If you struggle with protecting your land at night, keep watching or watch this video again to get that benefit. Alrighty, cowboy. Now, before we go into editing our ad, the final thing you need to know about hooks is you actually don't have just one hook. You actually have 3 hooks in your hook. And I know that sounds crazy, but basically you have your script. So if we go here, we have our script of if you want to protect your property at night from intruders or wildlife, then you need this. That's our script. But then you need a visual hook of that problem. So we need to find clips of ideally maybe a deer or someone breaking into a house at night, because that's going to create curiosity alone right there. Then I finally like to have a text on screen hook. So I have 3 shots of hooking my audience. So a text on screen hook is usually a shorter version of your actual script. So in this case, if you want to protect your property at night, I just had ChatGPT whip up a few ideas. So I could do the best way to spot intruders at night as a text hook, then have my actual script hook being read, and then a visual hook as well that showcases the problem. So hopping into the editing bay here, I wrote out my script, and the main thing when it comes to writing out good quality video scripts is making sure it's as relatable as possible. It should feel like you are talking directly to your target consumer one-to-one, not trying to be super salesy, just trying to be relatable, just trying to be a human. So when we read my script, I would always hear these random noises outside at night and had no clue if it was a threat or not. That's a relatable way to say the main problem. So I got these night vision goggles that let me see up to 300 feet away. So I'm just casually sliding in a benefit there so I can see my whole backyard, a use case for that benefit, without stepping outside my house. And that's another pain point. People don't want to have the threat of having to step outside to see what's going on in case it is an intruder. Now you might be thinking this next line serves no purpose, and I completely understand, but the reason I have it is because most of the clips I found of people actually using the product was just filming dogs. That was like the only animal that they really got on camera. So I wanted to do, and what do you know, I found the culprit, which is the dog, cute, and you can see how the product works in filming. So the next line, I love filming videos in 4K during the day or night, good use case. And unlike alternative product, which a lot of people might be saying, yeah, why would I get this? And I can just get a smart camera that's probably going to cost me a few $100s. Well, I can pick these up and instantly see any area of my backyard that I hear a noise from it. So it's more portable that you can see any area, and it's a fraction of the cost. So we handle any objection about cost. Boom. Call to action. So uploading the script into 11 Labs, I'm going to grab an AI voiceover, and this one right here was perfect. Grandpa Spuds. It's a Southern voice. Again, we're trying to pick a voice that our target audience is going to relate to and trust. So I really like this guy's voice.
If you want to protect your property at night from intruders or...
I mean, it just sounds like the white Morgan Freeman. And I mean, that's perfect. Now, I will admit, the first thing I do when I'm in my editing software is, as you can see right here, it's 57 seconds. That's way too long for me. And there's a lot of pauses and dead space. So what I'm going to do is that with these dead spaces, I'm going to cut and remove that. So that way the ad flows and has a better pace to it. So I want to make sure every single second we are doing something. We're adding new information. So I'm going to get rid of all those dead spaces. And also what I like to do is I'd like to increase the speed usually to 1.1 or 1.2. So as you can see, I removed all the dead space from the timeline and increased the speed. And now we're at 44 seconds. We took 13 seconds off. So now from here, I add my clips that I feel like correspond the best to my script. Honestly, this hook visual I found is absolutely terrifying. It's going to give me nightmares for a week. I'm going to need a big booty Latina to cuddle with at night to get over this. But look at this visual. This alone is going to hook people. I mean, that is absolutely freaking terrifying, and it shows the problem. Intruders at night, potential predators at night. I mean, Jesus Christ, that looks like a spawn from Satan. And then to wrap up this hook, as we mentioned earlier, we want to have that text on screen hook as well. So we are going to just add a text bubble, stretch it to the full duration of this clip, and then add our text. So our text originally was the best way to spot intruders at night, and typically I like to also add an emoji to the end of this. So I'm going to go to emoji copy and usually grab like a shocked emoji. All right, so let's get rid of that exclamation. I also did a little line break here, and then when it comes to actually designing it, I'm usually going to do the white with a black outline just like this. You can also do a bubble effect as well. Something similar to this also works, but usually those are my two main styles. And then while we're at it, I'm just going to do my auto captions real quick. So we're going to click generate, and they have a lot of different styles with Capcut where you can edit it to really make it engaging, but I just keep it on the bottom third and make sure that people can just honestly read it if they have the volume off. Now when it comes to auto captions, I don't want them to be too distracting, so I don't do one word showing up at a time or a color for each word. I try to keep it as simple as possible. So I chose this one right here, which, yeah, it has a little bit of a movement effect going on, but it's multiple words and it's not too distracting. So now that we have that down, the next thing I like to do is actually add all of my clips onto my timeline. And what I'll do is I will try to gather 3 to 5 second snippets from each video. So for instance, with this 40-second video right here, I'm probably going to cut this into 2 to 3 real usable clips. So we have this first clip of the person holding it, and this could be a good product intro shot. So it's just showing the product being held by someone. So we'd gather 3 to 4 seconds from that. Then going down, okay, another product demo shot. So let's see here from 108. You can see at night and then see the actual guy there. So that's about a 6-second clip. We might cut that down obviously a little bit more. But then we have another shot here during the day. And let's see how long this lasts, from 127 to about 131. So that's another 4-second clip. So although this was originally a 40-second clip, we are going to get rid of all the dead clips we don't need. So that way we have options for when we're choosing what's the best clip we can use for each line of our script. So now I have a decent amount of clips I can choose. So when it comes to the problem clip, I have this one right here that I thought was great, where it's pitch black and there's a few noises, but you can't actually see what's going on. But we got a subtle little product intro, not too shabby, foreshadowing, of course, what the product's going to be. And then when it comes to the next line of the clip, I had no clue if it was a threat or not. I found this footage of these two clearly anorexic, Starbucks-deprived Taylor Swift enthusiasts that are just terrifying. I wouldn't want to see them outside my window anytime, I'll tell you that. So now we just need to make sure that matches up with the timeline of the audio here. So I'm just going to zoom in, and as you can see, we just need to stretch it out a second longer, then get to our next clip. So I got these night vision goggles, which is going to be a product introduction shot. All right, so it looks like it did two of the same caption at the end. So we're going to delete one of those, and because it was two lines, we're going to do a little space while they're on sale and then stretch that on out. And we have all of our clips chosen. I'll show you what the final ad looks like, but this is the entire process. Edit all of the clips individually on the side of your timeline. Then all you have to do is just choose which clip corresponds best with your line. So before we watch the final ad, keep note that I will be generating each one of the hooks that we already written out. So that way we have 4 ads instead of 1. So the only difference is going to be that hook at the start with the actual script. Now, when you watch the rest of this ad, editing, I keep it minimal. I don't do transitions. I don't do really any audio effects. I don't even have background music because I try to keep my videos as native as possible to the platform. Most Instagram reels that go viral, most TikToks don't really have all this crazy editing and animations. It's a really straightforward, cut to the point editing style, and that's what I prefer. So if you enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to comment and subscribe down below for what other videos you'd like to see, and make sure to watch this video next after you finish watching this ad.
If you want to protect your property at night from intruders or wildlife, then you need this. I would always hear these random noises outside at night, and I had no clue if what was out there was a threat or not. So I got these night vision goggles that let you see up to 300 feet away, so I can see my whole backyard without stepping outside my house. And what do you know? I found the culprit making a bunch of noise. I have so much fun recording videos in 4K during the day or night of all the animals in my backyard. And unlike security cameras, I can pick these up and instantly see any area of my property that I hear a noise from. These are also a fraction of the cost of regular night vision goggles. So if you want them, click the link below while they're on sale.